Hi guys, this is Brooke Rogers with Kiwi's Party. I'm going to be using some new paints that I got by Mikim, and I'm going to be doing a skeleton design. You can get all these supplies at thefacepaintforumshop.com. So here I go, loading up this shimmery green color by Mikim. I'm going to put it over the eyes and underneath and down the bridge of the nose and right beneath the nose just a little bit. But as you can see from the video, it's not as opaque as I would like, so I'm going to go ahead and go over that a little bit more with my sponge just to bring the colors up and make them a little bit more vibrant. Now that I've got that on there really good, I'm going to add my next color, which is this creamy olive color, and blend it in, adding a little bit of height onto the top of the skull design, and then bring the colors down. What I really like about this formula that Mikim has for their paint is super blendable, and the colors are really creamy. They go together so well. You don't have to add a whole lot of water when you're working with this paint. It's really soft to the touch, but it's not smushy, which I really like. The paint right here I'm going to use is the red by Mikim. I'm going to go underneath the eyes and above the eyes, going at a slight angle out towards the eyebrow to make it look more mean and scary. And when I add the next color, which is the orange by Mikim, I put it underneath the red, and I wasn't trying to blend it out, but do you see how quickly it starts to blend? It's such a wonderful paint for blending. Next, I'm going to load up this metallic yellow by Diamond Effects. I'm going to put it underneath where that orange is and also on the brow bone just to add a little bit more color and also highlight above where the skeleton's eyes are going to be, and up here on the nose right above where the hollow of the skeleton nose is going to be. I'm using a flat brush. It's a 1/2 inch wide, and I'm going to use it to do the teeth as well. I'm loading up that white by Mikim, and I'm laying it down. Sorry I went out of screen for a second here, guys. I'm going to do it again so you can see how I hold my brush. Just pulling it down when I lay it down. Little triangles. I'm going to add a couple more on each side. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of highlight right above where the hollow of the nose is going to be, and also on the bottom of the brow right there. This paint is awesome with stencils. I got it where I squeezed all the water out of the sponge, loaded the paint up, and then I pat it on. I haven't had any drips. It's really creamy, and I think that's the reason why. I love this paint with stencils. Here I am with the black by Mikim, and I'm going to put it right over the eye. We're going to go at an angle. I made it a little thick right there on the side because I know I'm going to go back and blend that down. And like I said, this paint is really easy to work with for blending. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to load up that same red color on my sponge, and then I'm going to pull down that black color into the red and start blending them together. The reason why I use the red on the sponge is so that it doesn't get too dark. I'm going to do it on both sides. I had to reload a little bit of red because I was picking up too much black. I'm going to blend that down till it looks just right. Okay, next with the black, I'm going to go in and I'm going to put the detail of where the nasal cavity is going to be. The hollow part of the bone of the skeleton, and then work that down a little bit, and then get my sponge and do a little bit of dabbing so that it blends in really good. And I decided that I needed a finer tipped paintbrush, so I went back and got my #1 round brush, and I'm going to do the rest of my outline around my eye, and I'm going to bring the eyebrow up so that it looks a little bit angry and scary, and working the detail in. I would say that this is more so a zombie skeleton than just a skeleton on its own. I'm just going to continue to work around the design, doing a light black outline. Doesn't have to be even. I'm going to work down this black color with a dry brush so that it creates a little bit more of a shadow, and also underneath the eye right here. I'm going to copy the same on the other side, trying to make it a little bit symmetrical, but the line work doesn't have to be completely even. As I'm working with this Mikim black paint for line work, I'm noticing that it makes pretty good fine lines, but I have to add a little bit more water when working with it for the line work, which is fine. I just added a little bit more and then I just continued along the edge here. Blending down underneath the eye, making more shadows. I just take my brush, which is dry, and I just wiggle it around or flick it in order to bring that black color in. You can skip this step if you want to do something a little bit faster. Next, I got a little bit more water mixed in with the black paint so that I could do the line work on the teeth. You want to make sure that these lines are not really thick, they're fairly thin, starting in the middle and then working your way to the outer teeth. And I do that so that I can do a slight overlap of my lines here. Whenever I do the black outline on the lips for the skeleton mask for the little boys, it is always so hard because they are so ticklish. I decided that I needed something else to go on the bottom here. It just looked empty and blank, so instead of cliche using red blood, I went in with the black and made it more of a melted effect or black blood, whatever. Boys like all this gross stuff, so hopefully they enjoy. I'm going to go ahead in with my dry flat brush and bring the color down from the top of the teeth just to get some shadow going on these teeth. And again, you can skip this step as well if you don't have time. This is just for fun, for extra dimension. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video and seeing me trying to be scary. Get all your supplies at the Face Paint Forum Shop, and I'll see you guys next time.